Well, very slim pickings for your faithful finance guy today. The dollar was steady against the US dollar and either up slightly or down slightly against all the others, and the All Ordinaries were steady as well, with very little conviction about anything really. The big funds that control the share market don't take their lead from the World Bank or from Australian employment for that matter, but there's very little clue among them about how to make money at the moment. Telstra, Woodside and Woolworths are among the biggest falls, while most of the banks went up today, led by NAB. Global markets were relatively strong, relative to the Australian market at least, with a lot of 1.1%ers, although European markets were a bit weaker after the head of the Eurozone Finance Ministers Group said Europe was on the brink of recession, which was hardly a surprise to anyone, but like the World Bank's forecast, it kind of formalises matters. Now, as you've heard, the Australian unemployment rate fell even though the number of jobs surprised with a big fall because the participation rate fell. If participation had stayed the same, unemployment would be 5.6% now. Now, as the chart shows, employment growth has stalled, fallen to zero on a year-on-year basis, but total hours worked is still rising, so those who have a job are having to work harder. And finally, here's a chart that should give some confidence on house prices. It's the ratio of house prices to disposable income. Up to 2001, the ratio was 2.7%. Then it jumped to a bit more than 4% and has stayed there for nearly a decade, as house prices have basically gone up in line with incomes. And that's finance.